Go.
Welcome to Connecting Content Podcast. This is episode number 2. Here
We
with
back.
co-host Mansa,
Yes, sir. Brian,
Jeremy J. Bone.
what's going on with you?
Is
Just call me Jay.
I'm good. All right, Jay.
No government names. No government names.
Never.
But, yeah, man, glad to be back. It's a good week. How was
Yeah.
your week, bro? It was good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I just kind of worked nonstop
Non-stop?
working.
Grind don't quit, man.
I don't quit. Network tech by day, running connecting content by night, and in between. 2
That
minutes
part.
at a time, 100 times throughout the day
Absolutely.
when I can fit it in. But now we're here Sunday morning. How was your week?
Man, it was long, work, editing, trying to put the websites together and stuff like that. Yeah,
The website
it's
looks
pretty
good.
busy, but it's been a good weekend, though. I'm glad to have the awesome chill with the family type deal,
Yeah.
But yeah,
What
other than
happened in
that,
the football world? I know you watch football. I don't watch sports.
yeah, no.
Which is not
yeah,
very cool
Big
of
in
me, I guess.
football, we got college football popping. College basketball came back. NFL's going. NBA's going. It's really my favorite time of the year. It's
Yeah.
getting cold out here, so I'm about to start wearing a lot of beanies and hoodies and stuff. Get bundled up. So this is kind of my favorite part of the year. I love the wintertime, man.
I like beanies too. I grew up in Oregon where it was cold.
Yeah,
It gets cold here though too. They had that winter storm a couple years ago. That was pretty gnarly.
yeah. That was
Single digits.
like a one-off. I'm a Texas boy, so I don't like it too cold. I like it just cold enough. But like too cold is up north and like Chicago cold and
Oh,
Indiana
no.
cold. Like I'm good on all that. But that Texas cold is just right. I throw on a hoodie, a nice little
Yeah.
overcoat or something, step out the house. I don't need too much, but I like to change up
Chicago's
from
so
the hot
cold.
summers in Texas, like, 'cause
Yeah.
it gets hot down here, boy. Down
Too
here
hot.
below the equator type shit.
It's brutal. That first summer that I moved here, it was over 100 degrees for 2 months straight. I'm not kidding. That's not hyperbole. That's not.
Oh, I'm
No,
from
it
Texas.
was.
I know it's real.
What? Like,
Yeah,
how
it
is that
get like
possible? 100 degrees plus for, I'm going to say 3 months. That might, and maybe it wasn't, but it felt like 3 straight months.
I've had some summers
Crazy.
in my childhood where, and growing up in the country, we didn't have like central AC and shit, so we just had like the box in the window type deal, and
Yeah.
it's blowing. But I remember summers I used to get like stripped down to my drawers and still be sweating bullets. Like, bro, what the fuck is this? Like, but
That's terrible.
yeah, man, I'm glad it's cooling down. I'm glad it's fall. But other than that, man, back to connecting content. Let's
Yep.
dive into it, my brother.
Let's
dive
do
into it.
Segment 1, creator mindset and motivation. So, what does that mean to us? Like, what drives us to create?
I'm starting this.
You can start it. I have a lot to say about it. I can jump in. You can jump in.
What drives me to create?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think it's kind of just in me, if I could say that.
Yeah.
I've always been a creator. Even when I was a kid, I used to like. I had to have a big imagination growing up in the country, so you don't have a lot to do, so you gotta make up stuff to do. So I used to watch movies sometime, and I would go out and try and reenact them. Like it was this old,
All right.
yeah, it was like a,
What's a movie you tried to reenact?
yeah, that's what.
I want an example.
I
of
didn't
this.
reenact it like try and act out the words. I would like the action scenes. So I would try and. So I remember
Indiana
first
Jones?
time I did it, I watched this Steven Seagal movie,
Oh, okay.
and like I forgot the name of the movie, but they was at like this store, right? And they had the fight scene in there, and then the guy tried to drive off, but the gas was like leaking from the car. So like he like lit some and threw it, and the flame caught up.
And he just exploded
I
the
took-
car and the
Yeah, and
or blew
and
up.
the flame caught the car and blew the car up. So I went outside. I got some gasoline and I poured it down my driveway. Right, I left the gasoline. I walked the gasoline back to the front. And I was gonna light it from like the road and see or whatever. And we had like this long gravel driveway.
Yeah.
And so like I poured the gasoline and I lit it right, and it took off. And I forgot the gas can was by the house, so I had to run and try and catch it. Took off. I barely caught up to it. Kicked the gas can out the way and put the fire out. It was like this big black line going all the way down our driveway because it was like white gravel.
Yeah.
So like my mom came like
Ooh.
literally as soon as I put it out, she pulled up from work and seen that black line going down the thing. Yeah, bro. I tried to chop down our porch one time too.
Chop down your porch?
I watched another
What movie was that inspired by?
Yeah, it was like with axes. They was fighting with axes and stuff. So I went outside. I had the I had the axe, and our porch was up on like these wood beams.
Yeah.
You know, so I was out there hitting the axe, hitting it on the house.
Damn. How old were you?
Yeah, I was kind of bad, low key. Not bad like that.
Yeah, you tried
but I was
to
just
light your
like,
driveway on fire, and you
Yeah,
didn't
man.
try. You did, and chopped
I was
down your
doing.
porch.
Is you in the country? You got to make up.
I grew up in the country too. I didn't try to burn down my house.
It was different, man. It was different. I had a wild. I'll just say that to say, always been always had a crazy imagination. Always been
Yeah.
trying to create. As I got older,
Yeah.
I got into like fashion and things like that. So
Yeah.
I made my own hats, shirts,
Yeah.
designs on shoes. I did a whole bunch of different things like that. Then when film came along, it was another avenue to create.
Yeah.
So like creating to me kind of almost defines me because it's like I want what I see in my head. I got to see it in real life. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that to me motivates me to keep on creating just the images that I get in my head. So that's why I say like it's just in me. You know, so.
Yeah.
I love to create, man. I love everything about it, from the start to the finish. I love the grind on it. I love if something don't work, going back to the starting board and trying it again. I
Yeah.
failed so many times, so many different projects, and it's like, but it never deterred me. You know,
Right.
I was always
Yeah. If it's in you, what are you gonna do? Like, you got to get it out.
got to get it out, man. You
Yep.
got to get it out. But yeah, how about you though?
So, I mean, that's basically, I think that's a lot of people watching are going to relate to, like, that's just kind of what it is where does it come from? I don't know, but it's in you,
Yeah.
and you got to get it out. I remember Joe Walsh from the
Who was that?
Eagles. He's, I forget, I don't think he was the bassist, but he's a member of the band The Eagles.
Absolutely not. But I heard the name though. so-
Yeah, but Joe Walsh, you know that song, My Maserati does 185. You know that one? I lost my life. You know that song. You've heard that song somewhere in a mall somewhere. You've heard that song.
It's possibly.
But anyways, he was talking about creativity, and the way he put it, I was like, that's exactly what it is. He's like, you are flooded with these ideas, and you have to find a way to channel them out.
Okay.
And I think he talked about it in terms of like a hallway that's just being flooded, and you got to open up all these doors to try to get everything out,
Right.
so that you can stay alive. And that's kind of what it feels like, is that you need to create, and being deterred isn't really. I think you can get exhausted and you can get worn out, but if you just rest, if it's in you to create like that, it's going to happen of itself.
What do you mean by rest? Like take a break? Or
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Like just stop doing it for a while?
yeah. Sometimes just don't create for a while. Just sit back and don't do anything for a while. Take a break from creating and just do nothing. You have to unwind. You have to unplug. We talked about kind of unplugging in the last episode a little bit, but that's so crucial to the creative process. I like to think about it like you have a circle, and you have like a 4-quadrant circle, and in the quadrant you have 4 different quadrants, right? So maybe the first quadrant is that inspiration. Where does that come from? Who knows? It comes from your subconscious. It comes from the world. It comes from something even deeper than that. From there, you have to put it into action. You create a plan, action plan. Then you perform that. You go actually produce. You make it. And then you got to rest. And you have to digest. And you have to celebrate. And if you can do all 4 of those, if you can do that, then you're going to cycle back around to that inspiration. But if you don't, and that's, I say you got to rest. If you don't rest, like, people get inspired, people create plans, people put plans into motion. But most of us were kind of stuck between plan and do, and you never rest, you never recover, you never celebrate, and that's where you get burnt out. So yeah, you absolutely got to rest. You got to like just take some time off and let it digest and process it. And that
That does make
process is
sense, though.
like you don't have to do anything. That just happens naturally if
Yeah, it makes
you take
sense.
time off.
I never, I never like. I guess life made me take time off at times, but I never like just like made it like a thing to where okay, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna draw anything. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
try and create anything. So, but at times life made me do that. Like when I first had my daughter, the first couple of years, it was like hard to find a balance. So
Yeah.
I was like had to take time off, which motivated me more to hurry up and get back out there, and start doing more things. But that does make complete sense though. Like you need those breaks from everything in life, really.
Yeah.
Like I like to fast and stuff from time to time. So
Right.
it's like
Let your body rest.
yeah, your body like
Digestive
recharge
system
from all the
rest.
junk you put
Yeah.
into it and all of that. So
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like the same concept. So I completely understand
Mm-hmm.
what you're going. And I imagine people who do this like every day, all day, absolutely need that rest because you
Right.
can't do. I love the sports and stuff, but I'm not
Yeah.
finna sit there and just like consume it constantly, 24/7. Like I need a
Yeah.
break from it. So I guess that's with everything though. But yeah,
Right. It's a simple concept, but to actually execute it fully, it's like the simplest things are the hardest things too at the same time. Like it's not hard to understand like how do I build muscle or how do I burn fat, but then you got to go execute. And for some reason, it's weird that the easiest part of that cycle, with respects to just creative fatigue and staying inspired, is just resting. And why is it so hard to rest? I think it's a societal thing. I don't know. I don't know if, you know, I have friends from other parts of the world that don't seem to have the kind of problem that we have with it here. But it
yeah.
hopefully is becoming something that will become normalized because it's
As
just crazy not to rest and digest and celebrate too. Like, celebrate, have fun and be intentional about it. Not just, there's a difference, I think, between celebration and just going out and getting wasted or something because you're trying to forget how miserable your 9 to 5 is. That's not celebration, that's escaping. I mean, celebrate something good in your life that make it a positive thing, not an escape thing,
yeah,
if that makes sense.
I for sure feel that. I don't really like I don't rest very often. I'm always doing something, but I find joy in like the stuff that I'm having to do all the time. So even if I'm working, like I don't do anything that I don't like. So it's like I guess I'm always kind of recharged by going to do that next thing I have to
Yeah.
do because it's slightly different, but it's still
Yeah.
something I like to do. So
Yeah.
whether it's my regular job or whatever, or I'm filming or we're doing a podcast or something, like this is all stuff that I like to do. So that's why I try and implement things in my life or do things in my life where I never feel like I'm actually like working. You know what I mean? So
That's good.
I guess that's another way to recharge, but I can't sit around idle.
Mm-hmm.
Like that might come from like my background,
Mm-hmm.
like being a kid, growing up in the country, having, like chores and stuff like that. And I might be conditioned like that. So, but me just sitting in the house or just watching a movie, like not doing them for an entire day, that alone would drive me crazy. Like I can't
Right.
just sit there and do nothing. Like I have to be doing something.
I'm the same way. I can't just sit around for too long. Um, I think more, for me, resting, it's still an intentional process. Like I'll meditate. There's different things that I do, but they're things that are really low mental effort. Like they
Low
just
mental
are
effort.
kind of,
I get that aspect
yeah,
of it.
it's
Yeah.
just giving your brain a rest. You know, it's really, you know, I think meditation is kind of an easy example. You know, it's
Absolutely.
intentional. You're setting time aside for it, and you're letting your, you know, mind relax. And
Right.
in that process of letting it relax, it's like, you know, it's your body finds equilibrium. Your brain, your mind, all these things recover when you kind of get out of the way. So that's my understanding, and that is, you know,
Nah, yeah, I completely
yeah,
understand that.
yep.
So like we in the
But
AI era
yeah,
right now, right?
oh yeah, big time.
So speaking about this, like mind states resting and all of this, how are you like building or staying a creator, staying like I guess
Authentic.
yeah, like focus on like because with AI, right,
Mm-hmm.
everything is easier. You can
Yeah,
you
I
can
love
take
it.
shortcuts in a lot of different ways. So
Yep.
how do you maintain your creative edge? You know?
I, it's kind of like balance, I guess, and not, you know, we all kind of got to draw maybe an internal line of when am I, you know, leaning on this tool as a crutch versus, you know, am I using this to aid my creativity? So I like, I'll use AI to write a script, but it's not coming up with the idea for me. It's just helping me write it. So I'll literally like sit there with, you know, Grok or whatever, Chat GPT, and I'll use the voice, you know, I'll just, you know, start telling it, hey, I have a sketch idea. It's about this. These are the two characters. You know, they're going to be doing this. Here's the obstacles. Here's blah, 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 blah. And let it just format it and write it for me, but it's my idea.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not asking it to come up with an idea for me. And in that, in just that alone, you know, AI will like, you know, it'll spit out ideas to go along with it. So it's more of a, you know, you're driving the team and, you know, AI is assisting and helping. And, you know, if you don't hand the reins over, I guess, then that feels like you're staying authentic.
Yeah, for sure. Stan, that's like I use AI a lot too because it helps me like with a lot of with my budgets. It helps me with being organized because that's one of my weaknesses, being organized. So like I do a bunch of different things and I'll be all over. My mind is always like bouncing from place to place. So I don't take time to sit down and organize and okay, I'm gonna do this day, that day. So I use AI to help me plan that out.
Nice.
Or I use AI if I'm writing, like on my website or whatever, or my old website. Right when I was like doing articles every single day, it would take me hours, like because I was pretty much maintaining the whole website by myself.
Right.
So it would take me hours to produce like 10 articles. You know what I mean? Because I got to come up with the ideas. I got to research it. I got to do all types of things to make sure that it's correct and it's giving people like what they're looking for. So
Yeah.
with AI, it took that hours until like I can write 10 articles in probably
Right.
30 minutes to under an hour. You
But
know
those
what I mean?
articles are still your, I mean, it's your
Absolutely.
IP.
No, yeah,
It's
it's
like,
still
hey,
my
here's my,
idea. It's
yeah,
still,
you're
but they're
using,
helping me
right.
research and they're helping me do that.
That's the way, yeah, that's basically what I do too.
But I kind
So,
of still feel like it's cheating. But
no, it's nah.
no, I do though. I feel like it's cheating in a way, but it's
I
like you
know.
can't get past of it. You can't get past it because it's like when you're working and you don't have a corporation or
Yeah.
you don't have a big office, like
Yeah.
you need that assistant. So it's like
Yeah.
having a researcher on
Uh-huh.
hand. It's like having an assistant on hand. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's not cheating, but it kind of feels that way because I'm used to doing
Yeah.
everything the old school way, where you go
Right.
in and you handle things yourself. You do the research. You go to like
Uh,
I went to school basically for journalism, right?
mm,
So mass communication, electronic media, whatever it was. Basically, at Texas State is journalism. And so I learned the old school way of doing it, how to research, how to cite
Right.
sources, how to, do all of that type of stuff. So when I'm going in and I'm just, all right, I'm doing this topic, boom, 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 and they give me a whole, okay, and it's asking me, do you want me to do this now? Do you want me to? Yes, please.
Yeah,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean? But it's like, I feel guilty almost. But if I was born in this era, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be like secondhand nature.
Right.
And
You
also,
wouldn't notice. You wouldn't know what was left out.
yeah, for sure. And also in America, it's like a huge saying, especially in sports, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. And I feel like
Really,
every
they
major.
say that in sports. That's something that's like kind of common understanding in sports. If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
In sports and business and
Oh,
in
man.
America in general.
I'm way too
like,
naive. I'm way too
there's not a
naive.
major corporation out here that's
I'm
not
way too naive.
cutting corners and doing shit. Like
Yeah.
it's not a major corporation out here that's not trying to find the shortcut to get to success or get
Yeah.
to X amount of dollars or something like that.
I don't think that's cheating though. Maybe it feels like cheating.
But what is cheating though?
I think cheating is when you are taking unfair advantage of somebody else. But if we all have access to the same tools, there's nothing unfair about that. It's just who can work it the best. You
I'm
know.
saying, like, yeah, that's true. I get that, but it's also like, are you a creator
Uh-huh.
if all you
think I
do is
am.
just go to AI and ask them for topics, then they write the topics for you, or are you just
No,
using
that's
the
not-
tools that you have?
Yeah, that's not I don't think that's
But what's the
really
difference?
creating.
Because all
You're
you're doing is
ask-
coming up with the idea.
Yeah,
But
well
you're
that's a
taxing them to
creative
do
process itself.
Not really though. Creating is the full process. That's
Well, it's
creating.
aiding you in creation.
Huh?
I mean, it's aiding you in creation. You know, I'm not asking it to come up with the idea
But it
and
writes
to.
the script for you. That means
Well, the way I'm using though
coming
is
up
to
with-
describe the script, like the bullet points, the characters. This character says that. Instead of sitting down typing, I'm just telling it what to do, and then it's formatting. It's more formatting. I think of it more as like to help me format and to
so-
automate the mundane, tedious aspects of creating.
I understand that, but
Yeah.
I'm saying you're telling them
Uh huh.
a character's name, you're telling them the concept of it or whatever and stuff like that. Now the words that come on the script, what each character is saying, are you saying
Yes.
that as well?
Yes, I am.
So,
Yeah, I'm giving it dialogue as well. But what I find is that after I give it all the inputs, like I'm giving it all the inputs, and I'm just letting it format it for me. But in the process of it formatting it for me, it'll add its own stuff in there. And sometimes I like what it adds in there, and I keep it in there. Sometimes I take it out. But it's still I'm still, in control of the final product. I just
Yeah,
try to use it simply to automate those, like I was saying, those boring processes.
so just so I understand,
yeah,
you got your phone and you telling them, okay, you basically reading out or saying out a whole script for them.
yeah, I'm gonna do it.
You're
right
telling
now.
them the dialogue and everything.
Write a story about a man who goes out fishing, and his name is Bob, and he catches a giant fish, then somebody comes down from the village he lives in and asks him what kind of a fish it is. Bob turns to his farmer's almanac. Is that where you'd look at? Or whatever. Where would he see? This is how you use it. Where would Bob turn to find the name of a fish? Just include that in the script. He turns to that. He looks it up. He replies to his fellow villager, "This fish is called a son of a bitch fish." Fellow villager says, "Oh, don't be talking like that, Brother Bill." And Brother Bill references him to the book and says, "No, this is what it's technically called, a son of a bitch fish." So I'm going to ask
So
it to
every
format
script you
that.
do that.
Not every script, just some of them. Just some of them.
Okay, well that's not. Yeah,
And let's see if it tells me where he would turn. Bob, what the biggest damn fish I've ever seen. See, it kind of adds to it. Lord Almighty, Bill, called hungry. Okay, he stopped and selected title, regional fish. if I scroll through this, it'll probably tell me what he looked the name of that fish up in. Sounds were loud. There's been so massive. Oh, Bill, local feature all around. Anyways, yeah, it just formats it for me. I don't think it told me where Bill looked up the name of the fish, but I could ask it again. You know, where would he have gone? See, it'll just kind of like automate that aspect of it. But it's still my idea. That's a part of a joke too. So the final punchline in that joke is that then somebody else comes and guts the fish, and then somebody prepares the fish, and at every step they're asking what's the name of this fish, and he goes, it's a son of a bitch fish. And then finally they're catching this fish to have a dinner for this new preacher in town, and the preacher sits down and he's eating it. He goes, wow, this is really delicious. What kind of fish is this? And somebody from the village goes, it's a son of a bitch fish.
Right.
And then it gets real quiet at the table.
I guess
And then the
technically
preacher
that's
says,
not
you got to
cheating.
hear the punchline, bro. You got to hear the punchline. And then the preacher says, I think I'm going to like you fuckers.
Okay.
That's the punchline.
Okay. I guess that's technically not cheating. So yeah, that's I don't know, man. I just feel guilty about it.
Yeah.
That's like it's not right. If you're doing it like that every single time, then I guess technically, yeah, you are coming up with the whole concept of everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, that works.
Right.
I would be like,
What's your take on it? How do you, I mean, obviously, I think, you know, I feel like we use it in pretty similar ways, but
yeah, like if I'm writing my article or something, I might ask them to do some research or something for me, like go look up something. But I'll take like what I want to say. I give because each article, if you're writing a story or whatever, you're gonna start out with the most important things, and then it's gonna go down and be less important. You always want the good stuff at the top. So I'll put the facts and stuff in there, and then I'll like say what it's about or whatever, how I want it to be. So pretty much I'm doing a lot of the research still, but I already have the research. I'm just inputting and I'm asking them to format it. So instead of me talking, I got what I want in the article.
yeah.
I copy that, I paste it into the chat and tell them make this into an article.
Okay.
You know, so it'll take all the information and just format it into an article or whatever, a story form. We might add something here or there, you know, for like to if I want to make it longer or shorter or something like that. But I don't know. I'm still used to doing the research and
Yeah.
finding the sources myself because I also noticed that sometimes it don't get the information correct.
Right.
You know what I mean? It doesn't do the right, you might need a comma here or something like that or add something here. So I still got to read over it and make sure that it's correct.
Right.
But I don't think it's cheating,
No.
like in the way that we imagine cheating, like somebody just stealing ideas and stuff. I think it is like a new way of doing things and it's very helpful. And I think it is a benefit to the overall. I think it's going to catch a lot of people up who actually use it in the right way.
Yeah.
They're going to be able to catch up. So you don't need to
Yep.
be have a big office and stuff. Like, because I know a lot of companies are going to dark warehouses and stuff where it's just no lights on and it's just robots, AI in there that run the whole thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what it's going to. So it's like you got to learn it. You got to understand it. You got to be able to use it and apply it to your everyday life and to your business world and stuff. And it has helped me a lot in business. Like I said, organizing is one of my weak points. It organizes the shit out of my schedule. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And things that I need to do and things, and even helps me come up with plans to
Yep.
get something accomplished. So, but trying to keep the integrity in it, that's going to be the hard part for a lot of people, I believe.
But I think that's it's because it's tempting, right? It's tempting to like get lazy, but eventually, you know, if you give over that aspect of your just I don't know, your creative control to AI, you're gonna pay a consequence. Like you're just gonna. It's like anything. If you don't use it, you lose it. So I think being, you know, a human, being yourself, taking charge of the things that really, you know, you maybe intuitively know, like, nah, I should hold on to this. This should be something that I do. I shouldn't hand this task off. In the long run, you're going to win. So, it's I'm just not worried about AI at all.
But
I
I
know a lot of
believe you
people are worried
should
about
be.
it. I'm not worried
I
about
believe
it
that's
at
crazy though.
all.
I
It's going to
believe
be fine.
that's insane not to be worried about it.
It's going to be fine. Everybody's worried about every new piece of technology, and it's life barrels on. It'll be good.
I don't know. I think it's
I
gonna
don't think
it's
it's
gonna
going
be
to be
cool.
Armageddon.
That's like a good mind state to have, but I don't think it's realistic. Like I think AI is going to take over shit. Like I think AI
Yeah.
is going to disperse a lot of jobs. I think it's
Well,
going
it's
to create
definitely going to
other
do
jobs,
that.
but it's going to create minimal jobs. I think
Yeah.
a lot of people are going to be dependent on the government.
UBI maybe.
Huh?
We might need like a universal base income system
But
if it
that's horrible.
automates so many jobs.
It's going to
Yeah.
take away millions of jobs.
Oh,
It's going to take out
absolutely.
the middle class. I believe
I think the middle
it's going to
class will
be
continue to shrink.
it's going to what?
It'll continue to shrink.
Absolutely. I think it's
Yeah.
going to take it out, but I think that's what they want, though.
Mhm.
So I believe AI is a benefit
Mhm.
if you care about technology and care about applying it to your
Mhm.
life. But if you're just an everyday person trying to make it, not focus on studying about AI or nothing like that, and
Mhm.
you just want to live your life, you're going to fall behind.
100%. Yeah, you
So
need to be up on the new tech.
I think it's going to make a lot of people lazy, though, and
Mhm.
we are going the masses are going to become dependent on government. They're going to become dependent
Mhm.
on entities. Like,
Yeah.
so with that, I don't like it, but I like it for what it can do for my life and what I'm
Yeah.
trying to accomplish within my life.
Right.
But for the overall good of man, I'm still super skeptical about that. I don't think it's
Mm.
going to be a good, positive thing at all.
Mm.
I think it's going to be horrible.
Oh
Like,
damn.
dead, like for real. But
Yeah.
we
I don't
here
know.
though.
You look at the history of mankind. Like we've always been these brute savages who run around killing each other and doing terrible things. Not everybody all the time,
Eh,
but the history of mankind is like it's like Game of Thrones. It's like like life is basically Game of Thrones, and anytime you throw new tech in it, it's just a new way for people to unfortunately. Um, get what they want in a way that is, I don't care about anybody else. I'm going to exploit this new technology to get what I want. But, it's like, what are you going to do? This is how people are. Not all
that's kind of
people,
true.
but it's just going to maybe accelerate the those people that understand how to use this. It's just a really big sword, maybe, is what I'm trying to say. And people who know how to use it can use it and do a lot of damage with it.
People are gonna do a
But
lot of certain people are gonna do a lot of damage with that. I agree with that kind of, but people, when you say mankind has been brute savages and stuff like that, that's partially true.
yeah, it's partially true. Not
Certain
everybody, but I'm just saying I don't think AI is like AI is just another technology, but mankind has always been what mankind has been. It seems pretty consistent. Like there's good people and then there's people that we can just broadly say are not good people, and those not good people are going to use whatever technology, whatever they can avail of, to advance their agenda. It's all Game of Thrones.
I was gonna say something,
It's
but I'm
all
gonna let
Game of
that lie
Thrones.
though. But
No, don't let it lie.
nah, I gotta let that lie. It's gonna be
No.
too. It's gonna be too. It's too much for episode 2.
Too much for episode
But
two.
let's just say I agree with you to an extent, but
Yeah.
I'm only worried about it in certain people's hands. But it's like AI is it's cool. It's a benefit. Don't get me wrong. It has benefited my life, and I'm sure it's going to benefit a lot of people's life. But it's going to
Mm-hmm.
benefit the rich more than anybody,
Mm-hmm.
which is whatever. They always find a way to make whatever new technology benefit them first,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool. I plan on being rich as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm not saying be away with it. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
saying be extra cautious. Like don't go
Mm-hmm.
into this. naive thinking everything is going to be sunshine and dandy because we have AI now to assist us in life. Like, it's going to
Yeah,
be some
definitely
major
not.
things that happen in the next decade surrounding AI that's going to change the way we are as people, the way our
Yeah.
society is. And so that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's this great evil thing. I think it's a technology, just like you said, like any other
Hmm.
technology, man. It's going to use it how they use it. But a
Yeah.
certain group of people are going to use it to
Oh,
in
100%.
horrible ways, man. And
Yeah, it's
I just
pinky in the
know that it's going
brain.
to affect the world
Yeah.
in a different way. Our kids are
Uh
not going to
huh.
experience life the way that we did. So
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying. Just be
Yeah.
cautious. Try and keep the integrity behind it if you can. But
Hmm.
yeah, definitely learn about it as much as possible. Get up all
100%.
the information you can on it as possible. Learn how to
Yep.
apply it to your life and make your life better right now. Like,
Hmm.
go take a class, online classes. Go to
Yep.
we're down in the Austin area. Go to ACC and take some computer technology classes, something like that.
Hmm.
You know, like, it's programs everywhere that's trying to learn how to use this stuff. So
Yeah.
don't be afraid of it, but be
Mm,
cautious.
you got to jump in. You got to learn it. I think the other thing is you also learn how to do something real and tangible. Learn how to do something that can't be automated, because there's a lot of things, a lot of skills, a lot of things that will never really be able to be replaced by AI. So, learn an actual skill or an actual trade. I think those would be the winners. Those people who can learn an actual skill or an actual trade, and those people who can master AI. That's my final thoughts on AI.
Yeah. Like, the trades are gonna be endless with AI though. If you could learn how to apply it to your business, like, it can do so many things. So, like I said, it's gonna be positive and negative. That's with everything in life. I'm just a little more afraid than B is because I know the destruction that you know what I mean,
Yeah,
based off history, what's gonna happen. History always repeats itself.
right.
This is a new technology, so to speak. So, but history is going to repeat itself, and it's going to be something different that
Yeah.
we is going. I'm just saying, don't get caught off guard. That's all I want to say, and
Hmm.
I'm gonna leave it there. But just be cautious
Right.
of it. Try and keep the integrity
Well,
in it and in you.
yeah.
Like, control the AI. Don't let it control you.
And technology always, like, you look at, like, what wins wars, and it's usually whoever has the best tech. Whoever has the best tech, whoever has the latest, most devastating technology usually wins wars. And in this Game of Thrones world, there's always a war going on. So, yeah, learn what you can about it. Don't sweat it. But yeah, history will repeat itself. So I mean, we shouldn't be terribly caught off guard when something catastrophic happens due to AI. But I hope at this point we're just kind of. I hope people have found like a way to find an equilibrium and balance in the midst of just catastrophic news. The crash of 2008. Let's back up to even 9/11, 2008, COVID. It's like what? It's like this shit just keeps happening. And AI is going to be, an accelerant, I think, to some things. So just be prepared. Um, don't be caught off guard like you're saying.
Absolutely.
Um,
But remember, nothing just
that's it.
happens.
Hmm.
Nothing just happens. But I
Oh
agree with
yeah,
what you're
sure.
saying, though. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, the AI, man, y'all just be cautious. Stay on the lookout for new technologies. We gonna be talking about more about AI and stuff and other technologies
Yep.
soon.
I just worked in an AI data center. Actually, I just replaced the Blade server in an AI data center, and it was
And
deafening, like how loud it was in that. It was incredibly loud, and it was like over 100 degrees. I could only be in there for like, I go in for 20 minutes, and then I'm on. I have like these noise canceling, construction grade headphones on, and I'm talking to remote techs, and they're guiding you through the process, and you're giving them remote access. And I was like, I had to step out after 20 minutes, even with these noise canceling headphones on. They were, I think, M3, so they were quality. I was like, this is too loud. I got to step out. And everybody's like, no, we get it. Step out. It's crazy.
uh,
Done. No more AI.
all
Let's
right,
talk about something lighter.
that's pretty crazy. Yeah, I know the servers. to run like a big AI like thing or whatever. Like the servers are pretty big, man. They're pretty heavy. They be like 2,500 pounds and up, man. Like huge servers. You need a lot of them to store all of that information and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, I guarantee they're hot as shit. So
Insanely hot, and the fans are so damn loud.
I know that
It
it's new
was,
servers that they're making though that have like water cooling things in them
yeah,
or whatever and stuff like that. So
that's a better
maybe that
system.
might cool it down for them in there.
Yeah, chiller plants and data centers are preferred over fans for a, tech who has to actually go in and work on this stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that was
All right,
wild.
cool, man. This
What
next
is,
topic that we're
yeah.
gonna get into, man, is you brought this one to my attention, so I'm gonna let you lead into it.
Okay, this one's fun. What is content mean? How do you define content, and what does content mean to you, and how do you connect it to, it almost ties back to the first topic,
Yeah, it
to
ties
your
back.
creative
I
outlet.
thought you were gonna jump into the other one.
Oh, K-pop?
Yeah,
Oh, let's
K-pop's
let's do K-pop.
the old K-pop.
Let's skip this one. We'll maybe come back to it. Let's talk about K-pop and revamping a genre from the past, and what, is the right thing to do with respects to paying respect to those OGs. So K-pop, it's either a polish of and a repackaging of and adding fandom to R&B, or it's just kind of a ripoff.
I don't.
Like, what's the line? Is it
I
good?
haven't
Like,
heard
what are they
all
doing?
of the K-pop, so I don't know if they all like that or they take from if they take from like hip hop and R&B and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I know the ones that I've seen, it's basically like a lot of people I know would call it a ripoff
Right.
of
I've
like
watched
our culture,
videos.
of black
Yeah.
culture, of some of our pioneers, but that's in all the music. Like there isn't a genre out here that black people didn't create. So other than maybe like
Irish jig dancing,
jig dancing or some shit or
Irish music.
yodeling or something, I don't
Yodeling's
know.
pretty cool.
But
Yodeling's pretty cool.
sure. But
Or is it?
I,
I don't. There's
it's
no K
like
yodel.
it's like we are used to it, but also it's like now they took another thing and it's like one of the biggest thing in the world, which is cool, man.
It's
And
the biggest thing in the world. K-pop, as far as music goes,
yeah,
by
to
the
a certain
numbers, by the money, it's the biggest thing in the world.
certain demographic, not the biggest thing. Like
Well, by the numbers, by the money.
in a certain part of the world,
I mean, people love it here too.
have you
My wife
seen
loves it.
one K-pop tour in America?
I don't know. I don't really stay up on music and festivals and stuff. Is there not
Okay.
really many here?
What evidence do you have that's the biggest
Well,
money making stuff in the world?
right now,
Not the Netflix movie.
yes, the Netflix movie K-pop Demon Hunter is the number one
But that's
movie of
because
all
it's
time on
anime, though.
Netflix. Yeah,
It's
anime.
anime. Anime is a huge genre.
Yeah,
Huge.
anime is dope.
So it just happened
Well,
to have K-pop in
Gangnam
it.
Style was the first music video to break 1 billion views on YouTube
But why? In what part of the
because
world?
it's awesome. Because Gangnam Style is just hilarious.
In what part of
It
the
was
world?
fun. I don't know what the demo. I know I watched it. I know everybody I knew watched it and loved it.
I haven't seen it.
You've never seen Gangnam Style?
Who?
Gangnam Style. You know that song? Whoop 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 whoop. Gangnam Style. You never seen that?
Jesus Christ.
Bro, it
no,
is hilarious.
That sounds corny as fuck, but I
That's
got
why
you
it's
though.
great.
I don't
It
even
is.
want. I'll check it out or something, man. It
Can't
sounds.
believe you've never heard Gangnam Style.
No, man. I don't get up on. That's more like. I don't know, man. It's a new genre. It's cool. The anime movie. I know my brother and stuff. He's real big in the anime and stuff. So that's like, yeah, it's gonna break numbers because kids love that stuff these days, like all across the world. So
Adults love it too, though.
Adult anime lovers, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I've seen it on Netflix. I'm not clicking on it because I'm not an anime watcher. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's a big thing. It's been big. It used to be more of a subculture type of thing in America, but now it's to the
Yeah.
forefront with all the streamers and stuff. They all
Yeah.
watch that stuff, love that stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be
Absolutely.
huge now. Hit numbers on whatever it's on because it's anime, and it's one of the biggest things right now. I
Yeah.
used to watch like the only anime I was really into was Dragon Ball Z when I was a kid.
I watched that a little bit
I
too.
used to love Dragon Ball Z, the whole universe, but
Right.
that's the only thing I've ever really been into. My brother, he started with like Dragon Ball Z because my aunt used to be in anime and stuff, and she was like back in the day original anime type watcher, you know.
Okay.
She got my brother into it, and then, but I never caught on. But I don't even play like video games and stuff though. It never. I'm more of an outside person. I rather go hunting and fishing and stuff, or like doing stuff like that.
Yep.
Like I was saying earlier, I can't sit in the house and
Yeah.
just not do anything. So, but I don't know. It's a cool genre. I do think this rip off
But-
in a lot of ways,
Yeah.
but it's like we kind of used to that at this point. But it's cool that these kids have something that they.
What would make it though not a rip off? Like, because people are gonna like, there's this movement to revamp things and resurrect things, and now with AI, oh my God, they're gonna be resurrecting, literally, celebrities from the past. They're gonna be resurrecting
I
old
hate
bands
those
from the
MLK
past.
and
Like, I don't know how I feel about it, but like, what would for you make it feel like not a ripoff? Is there anything? Is it like, no, there just needs to be more, credit where
saying,
credit
like,
is due, or
if
is
the
it like
original
just
person,
don't go there?
if the original person who made it or whatever is alive, do something with them. Like show support and love. Don't just
Yeah.
like throw them money under the table or whatever, and then like even if you are or whatever, like shout them out, give them the credit. Like that's always
Yeah.
been our thing. Like give us our credit. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like or from our ancestors to our to all the OGs in the game and stuff like that. Like give them their credit. They created
Yeah.
something great. Why not show them love for that? But like
And
in all aspects of
Yeah.
this country and in a lot of parts of the world, you don't give us our credit. Like you look
Yeah.
at Europe, which is funded mostly by gold and diamonds and stuff that came from where? We all know
Yeah,
this,
we know
but
where it
they
came
don't give
from.
us a credit.
Yeah.
In America, this country was built on what?
Yeah.
We all know this, but they try to hide it in the books, or not hide it in the books, but try to take the books out that explain that. They don't even teach the real stuff in school. They talk to us about fucking Christopher Columbus. Like, oh, bro, what the fuck is that? So
I don't even know who that is.
this stuff gets me like angry. I'm trying to stay cool, but it's like
I'm trying to get us a little fired up this morning, and
Oh.
not just for the sake of instigating things,
Yeah.
but because I think it's a real conversation that should take place around, how do you pay respects where respects are due? And I guess on like a macro level, it's just going to be what is going to be. Big corporations, people don't give a fuck, okay? But on a micro level, talking to just whoever's out there, we can give credit where credit is due. And we can try to educate ourselves
Yeah.
and understand for just micro creators, smaller, creators, so that we can create a community that is built on respect and paying respect where it is due.
I'm saying it's like we've been trying to do that for decades, but I see TikTok and stuff. They try and expose a lot of things now. That's one thing I do like about TikTok. It's a lot of crap on there too, like false information and stuff. But it's also people on TikTok and Instagram that try and expose like the truth about history, what really happened,
Yeah.
who really did what, who created what, like who our forefathers really were and stuff
Yeah.
like that in this country. So that's a good thing about technology, like in the internet and stuff. If you really want the truth, you can go get the truth. I understand having a conversation and all that, but I'm in my 30s now.
Yeah.
I've been pretty much studying history and stuff since I was like a freshman in college, man. So it's been well over a decade. I've been talking about this stuff. I've been
Yeah.
like seeing people talking about it, and you still get people online who just want to remain ignorant. So at this point, with
Yeah.
all the technology that we have, it's like, why are we even having a conversation? Those people are going to believe what they're going to believe.
Yeah.
They want to believe that. They want to
Mm-hmm.
believe those lies. They want to stay in that ignorance. So allow
Mm-hmm.
them to stay in that. Like, I don't,
Yeah.
at this point, I don't care what you believe. It's
Yeah.
like, I'm me. I'm a black man, super proud
Mm-hmm.
black man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's why I wear my hair like this on purpose. Like
Mm-hmm.
I have wicks. That's why I proudly display the things that I display because I
Mm-hmm.
don't care what people think. Even in the corporate world or in the office or wherever I'm doing that or I'm having meetings and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I dress how I dress because I want to
Mm-hmm.
dress like that. Yeah, I can wear a suit.
Yeah.
I can put on suits. I have suits. I can do all of that type stuff. But I choose to be like this
Yeah.
because I want you to know I'm a proud black man and this is our
Yeah.
culture. This is how I want to be. This is
Right.
how I want to wear my hair. You
Yeah.
call it what you want to call it, but I'm gonna be who I am. So it's like
Mm.
at this point with K-pop or whatever, we got country music, we got rock and roll, we got all of it. Like
Yeah.
it's like at this point, you want to be ignorant, just be ignorant. I
Right.
don't. I don't care no more.
You don't
You know,
care no.
I
That's where
don't
you're
care.
at with
Just don't
it.
say no
Yeah.
ignorant shit to me, and we'll be cool.
Right.
But even when we was going back
What?
to that
Uh
topic a
huh.
while ago, when you were talking about like how the world, how mankind has always been and stuff, and I'm
Yeah.
like, that's partially true, but it was mostly certain demographics that were like that.
Mm-hmm.
Most there's not a country or continent on this planet that you can go to, and they point at black people and say,
Mm-hmm.
they made us this way, or they took
Yeah.
this from us, or they stole this
Mm.
from us, or did. We just want to
Mm.
chill, and yeah, we had our own inner wars, but
Right.
every country does. That's between tribes and stuff, but we still
Right.
kept it how we kept it.
Mm.
So I get what you're saying about mankind, and I get, but as far as
Mm-hmm.
black people, I don't care what you see on the news. I don't care what you see on Fox or NBC or the stuff about Chicago and stuff. Black people, for the most part, are very loving, accepting people. I don't care where you go, if you're white, Asian, or whatever. You come to a black cookout, we gonna make you try and feel as comfortable as possible.
Yeah.
Always. I don't care. You can go
Always.
to the hooded spot,
Yeah.
and they gonna try and make you feel
Right.
like, hey, bro, it's cool to be here. You know,
Right.
all the time. So if you go to that country or you go
Mm-hmm.
wherever, yeah, it's gonna be some bad parts, but that's everywhere. If you go to
Yeah.
freaking the hills in uh, West Virginia, shit'll get crazy. Like you
Right.
know what I mean? So it's always gonna be bad parts wherever you at. But that's
Mm.
because the circumstances there,
Right.
like what people need to do to survive.
Right.
People are always gonna revert back to the worst of them when they need to survive. And that's
Mm.
just a human thing. That's not nothing else. But if you put them in advantageous situations, they're gonna be the best version of themselves always. Or if you put them comfortable where they're not worried about food or somewhere to sleep or something like that.
So that is kind of maybe the spirit that belies things like the ugly side of, a larger genre like K-pop is this: I don't care about anybody else. I don't care about boundaries. I'm going to go and I'm going to take this over and exploit this for my own personal gain.
I don't know if they're doing it on purpose or out of ignorance, because
Mm.
a lot of Asian culture treat black people a certain way. The
Mhm.
overall, I have Asian friends and stuff like that who are very cool, but I know
Yeah.
their parents aren't so accepting. You know what I mean? I know if you go back to those countries and you go there, there's plenty of videos on YouTube you can go see of how we treated or how they talk to
Mhm.
us about us behind our back and stuff like that. So it's like I don't know if they're doing it on purpose with the K-pop
Mhm.
or if it's just out of ignorance. It could
Mm.
just be out of ignorance. You know, ignorance is just you don't have the information.
I think there's always somebody intentional who
Sure.
understands business and understands, I can make money off this and I'm going to intentionally go in and do whatever I got to do. And then there's people who follow blindly who are maybe acting more from a place of ignorance and they're involved in something And I have my kind of thoughts too on, what seems to me to currently be something that we're all kind of involved in a way. We're kind of getting off topic here, but that is
Yeah.
definitely ignorant and naive and causing suffering to other living beings in a way that is like so overlooked. It's terrible, in my opinion, anyway. But you know, there is probably a little bit. There's always somebody at the forefront who is, brain and Pinky in the Brain. They're masterminding the thing, and then there's Pinky, the kind of dummy who's going along with it and not really aware what's happening, but they're still experiencing and suffering the consequences of participating in.
Right.
So I hope that it's like the younger generations you're saying maybe are observing what's going on in the world and realizing, no, this is garbage. We shouldn't treat each other like this.
Yeah, for
We
sure.
should be more kind and loving and compassionate towards each other. And
Yeah. That should
hopefully
be a given.
that's
Like we shouldn't
coming.
have to keep telling people that. Like we shouldn't have to
Yeah.
keep on be kind. Like
Yeah.
it's bumper. I see bumper stickers and I see all
Yeah.
types of signs. Be kind to your neighbor. All that
Yeah.
type of stuff. Why do we, as grown people, right?
Yeah.
I understand a child who's not understanding anything and only going by what they see and what is around them and stuff. But as a grown person in 2025, if you showing bigotry, if you showing racism, if you showing freaking classism, whatever, bro, it's like, how many examples do we need that all this is fake? All of
Right.
this is made up, black, white, whatever.
Yeah. But
All
now we're
of it.
talking about a spiritual understanding and a spiritual awakening. I'm talking about, or even, we're talking about just some kind of an enlightenment. And okay, I got to jump back to our first topic, creativity and burnout. And I think that the ultimate purpose for creativity and what also keeps you from burning out is is love. That's the well source of your creativity
Oh,
and
for
also
sure.
the purpose of your creativity, to bring that to the world. And that can be done in different ways. Like, I want to make people laugh, and I think laughing is medicine. I think it's it's good for the soul. There's something that
Absolutely.
is, maybe even spiritual about it in a sense, maybe not directly, but indirectly, in that
Right.
it helps you just relax and, let go of, fear, which fear to me is the opposite of love. You love and fear. So those things that help you just let go of fear are helping you gravitate towards love. That's kind of
Yeah.
my maybe sentimental thinking around it.
No, I agree. Like, yeah, I'm I'm just over like the bullshit, for lack of better
Yeah.
words, man. Like I'm just at this point, like truly, if you
Yeah.
still are that type of individual and you not like trying to make this
Hmm.
us all like the government trying to take this shit over, and we
Yeah.
still fighting over stupid stuff
Oh yeah.
like
Yeah.
constantly.
Republican,
And it's
Democrat,
like
blah
if
blah
you can't
blah. Who
wake up and
cares?
see the big picture of things of
Yeah.
life in general,
Yeah.
like we all the same person living different, like different lives in a different part of the matrix. Like that's all. We human,
Yeah.
everybody. No matter how different you keep trying to make us and stuff like that, we all have the same type of emotions, the same type of feelings, like the same
Yeah.
type of hurts and pains. Like we're
Yep.
a lot more common than we are separate. Like
Yeah.
so, it's like just wake up, man. I'm just tired of having to have this conversation. Like
So it's just human decency. Human decency is the answer to the question of how do you pay respect where respect's due, and it's just be a decent human. Maybe it's just that simple. Like, obviously you should credit, obviously you should try to use whatever platform that you have that has been built on and inspired by to help those people who have inspired it. So
absolutely.
human decency and common kindness is the
That's like
answer.
another reason, I don't mean to cut you off, but that's another reason why I love content creation.
Yeah.
Like one of the things, like if you don't like the way something is, you can show people how you think it should be. You can
Yeah.
show people what loving your neighbor is. You can show
Right.
people what it don't matter if you're black or white.
Right.
You know what I mean? If we're sitting
Yeah.
here having this conversation, actual brothers, you know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like content creation, it moves the needle in a lot of different ways, and that's why I
Yeah.
love it. That's why one thing I love about this platform and the possibilities that it can have. You know,
Yeah.
so I believe content, TV, whether it's TV, film, whether it's like music, whatever type of content you're preaching, it helps program people, whether
Yeah.
that can be a negative way or the right way.
Right.
I hope our content only does it in the latter. So I just want to bring people together by viewing what we create. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I want to bring the masses together. I want to bring content creators together to make something beautiful, to make something positive, to educate people
Yeah.
and kids like on the right things, like what they should know, the real histories, the real stories, not all the fake stuff. So I want them to be able to come to a platform where they can get real information, learn real things, and see genuine love. You know what I mean? For
Yeah.
your
I love
craft,
it.
a lot of stuff. K-pop, hey, it's a cool genre. Respect, make y'all money, do what you do. We used to it at this point. So that's why you see we just going I'm pretty sure you're gonna see a lot of black people still bobbing into it. I don't know enough about K-pop to know how it originally started, or if that's
Yeah.
just a few songs that I happen to see
Yeah.
that look like they were biting and stealing.
My understanding is it kind of took off in 2002, and
It's been out that long.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Look at that. See,
It's been around since
I'm ignorant to that.
2002.
I thought it was
Yeah,
like recent, like in the last 10 years. You know.
but it is, that is a common critique against K-pop, is that they have taken from black culture and R&B and have not, and they've collaborated with black artists,
Yeah, I seen the thing
and
with.
but they've kept it kind of quiet,
Yeah.
and it's like what you were saying. It's like, let people who are responsible for the
Your
genre,
millions.
for your music, for your style. Like, it's so simple, and it's like no one's. It's like,
It's
and
not
what you
taking
said, no
anything
one's
away from you.
Yeah, you're not saying no, you can't do this. You're saying, just give respect where respect is due, and it's kind of like the there's certain people who forget it. It's just lost on them. But maybe people watching, ourselves, micro creators, we can learn that lesson.
But that respect is all we've ever asked for.
Yeah.
Like respect our minds, respect our bodies, respect our culture, respect us as a people.
Yeah.
Like we contributed a lot to this world. I mean,
Yeah.
shit ton.
Yeah.
Like we talking about, if you want to talk about maths and sciences, you want to talk about culture, clothing, fashion, you want to talk about music, you want to talk about film, you want to talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah.
You can't tell me my people did not contribute in a major way to it. So it's like respect. That's all we ask for. A slice of the pie that's fair. We're not asking for more. We're not asking for no less. We're not taking no less. But that comes with respect. If you respect somebody, I ain't even got to ask you
Yeah.
for my fair share, because you respect me enough to give me what I'm worth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
respect, man. That's it. Just show love, show respect. And because we do it to everybody else, like we give you respect, we give you love, we give you appreciation. If you do something, you help us out in any type of way, we're going to give you that respect and love 1,000-fold.
And I think you got to be a whole human being to be able to treat people with respect and love. And here in America, like we were kind of talking about before, I think we're just stuck on this plan and do rat race, and you never, like, you got to take time
It's
to
structured like
rest
that.
and digest. And I think at the
Absolutely.
core of everybody, we do have a voice that knows better. We do
Yeah, for
have
sure.
a guiding light that knows these just basic, uh, basic truths that
Absolutely.
will, without effort, allow you to just be kind and loving and decent. So rest, digest, celebrate, you know, prayer, meditation, whatever that thing is, that gets you there, I think is the answer. And then all these other problems, it's like watering the root of a plant. You water the root of the plant, the leaves are going to be fine. And so many of these leaves that are not good, that are dying, if we can just water the root as human beings, I think the rest will happen. Because I don't know, that's the way I was kind of brought up to think. And a lot of things that I've seen that have been issues, they weren't really issues for me, and I didn't really understand why they were issues. But I think a lot of it was just, some of the people I was around growing up, and just the emphasis on, like, handle core business and the rest will be okay. Core business is your consciousness. Take care of your consciousness, and you can objectively view how your mind is. Is it peaceful? Is it loving? Am I thinking about the other person? You can objectively observe that. And if you're there, then you're on to something. It's just that simple. It doesn't need to be a sectarian thing, a religious thing. It's a good tree bears good fruit, and you are responsible for your own mind.
Well, if you ain't responsible for your mind, then I don't know who the fuck is. Like,
Uh,
it's like all I know, and we gonna get ready to wrap on here pretty soon on this, but it's like just treat people with respect.
yeah.
Content creators, you out there creating and connecting. Just be conscious of what you're putting out there. Be conscious of the truth. Like, search for the truth. Search for what really is going on. If you're creating music or you search for that artist that started that or whatever it's trying to do, man. If you heard a song, try and reach out to that person that you want to take from or whatever, or you want to borrow from.
Yeah.
Like, same thing with film or anything else. Like, yeah, we share ideas and we share thoughts and stuff like that. But it's like if you know someone else did it before you, or someone else is started that or whatever, or just have common decency to do real research and understand what you are actually doing.
Yeah.
And that's just basic groundwork to any great project. So
I really like this. I think that this could be a segment of the show. It could also just be something that we incorporate into our content, and hopefully other people do. Cite your inspiration. Cite the person that inspired this, or hey, this sketch is highly influenced by whatever, The Office. I love doing little sketch comedies that are one-off from The Office.
I like
So
that.
give respect to that. Maybe that's kind of a cool movement that we could start.
I like
Give
that.
respect. Hashtag pay your dues where they're due. Something like that. We could
I'm with
normalize that.
I'm with it.
It's born. The pay your respects where respects are due movement is born. Well, that's a little too wordy. We'll figure out something else.
Absolutely. But it was a few more things we want to touch on, but we'll get into that next week.
Yeah.
But this was fun, man. It went to a place I didn't think it was gonna go to.
Yeah.
I told you yesterday this is what's gonna happen if we brought this up, man. But
I feel like we.
yeah, man, it was fun. We got a lot more coming for you, man.
Yeah.
We got more content that's about to drop. We're gonna be working. Brian touched on it a little bit. Episode 1, we're gonna working on some big stuff for 2026. So really want to get this Connecting Content Festival pumping.
Yep.
But submit all you content creators out there. Excuse me. Submit your artwork if you want to show it on our platform, on our website. We're looking for content of the week. So we hopefully start doing that next week on the show. We're going to show some inspirational content or something that was funny or really good or well shot or real thought out. We'll choose from the different submissions. But you can go to info@ccontentworld.com, Submit your stuff there. We'll review it.
Yep.
Get back to you. We're gonna have some prizes and stuff for the winners. But yeah, submit.
Yeah, like a link, like just send a link to your YouTube video or send a link to so we can go watch it on whatever platform is hosting
Yeah,
it.
yeah, absolutely. A link. You can just send a file or something like that. Make sure it's encrypted or whatever, so you know your work stays your work and it's not just out there in the ethos. So, but yeah, please submit. Connect with us. We want to connect with you.
Yep.
You share your work with us. We'll share with the world. But
Yep.
yeah, man. For episode 2,
That's it.
not bad, man. Not bad.
All right.
I'll see you
Episode,
next
we're
week.
going to call episode 2 Love is the Answer.
Love is what?
Love is the Answer. That's episode 2. That's our title.
Oh man.
That's corny. I'm sentimental. I'm sorry. It is
Love
what it
the
is.
answer. I don't know.
It is what it is,
It's
bro.
decent. I don't know. We might be able to find something better. If not, hey, that's it. Let's rock with it, man.
Thanks for
But,
watching,
yeah.
everyone.
I appreciate y'all. What'd you say?
I said thanks for watching, everyone.
Oh, thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks
That
for
got
watching,
real
everyone.
soft. But yeah, we appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all
Yep.
next week. Hopefully y'all come back and join us. But
Yep.
more stuff on the way. More content coming. Thank y'all. We out.